Lumeh was born in Dambala in western Liberia. In 2009, as the country tries to forget his painful past, we found him in downtown Monrovia, operating a new venture for his art. Earlier this year, Leslie Lumeh opened the Art of the Heart Gallery, where he hopes Liberians will be drawn in to see new work by Liberian artists. He showed us his latest.
The title of this painting is called Lake Piso.
Lake Piso?
Yeah. It is a lake that actually exists in this country.
Where is it?
It's in Cape Mount. I am from Cape Mount.
Okay.
That is some 40 to 45 miles away from Monrovia.
Right.
It's bordering with Sierra Leone. And I'd actually live along this river, this lake.
You were born by the river?
I was born along this lake. I fishing along this lake. I swam in it. I did a lot of things here. So it's all with me, no matter where I go, where I do go, it's all with me. I introduced the green from the bottom, and we are still working in green. I put some brown, some ochre shade, some purple, and then we're coming up. I'm still working with the same green. I try to interspread with some shade of blue, and as I'm going toward the sky, I lighten the green, and then I give a shade of the same green above. I introduce you to the sky in absolute green, and you wouldn't realize it. It's a trick, it's a technique that I love so much in art.
What I like on the work of Leslie, this is the street pictures, the street paintings. This one is showing what vendors, all the day when I'm walking in Monrovia, when I'm driving in Monrovia, this is what I'm seeing from exactly. And so this is the reason why I have selected this one.
Increasingly, as in the beginning of his career, it was foreign visitors who are finding value in Leslie Lumeh's art.
An artist is always an artist.
His art is created here at his house in Monrovia. We are keen to see how his creative process works, and we discover that part of his support network is his family.
Okay. When I start to work, that's the first thing I do. If I'm doing a portrait, if I have to work on a portrait, the first thing I do is to work on the face. Once I'm satisfied with the face, then I can do the rest of the body. If I'm not satisfied with the face, I'm not going to go on. Now the sketch is completed. I'm going. The next thing I do after that is to clean my palette. I always give my palette a thorough cleaning. It's a real person to me. From the moment I received this photograph, it's been with me for weeks now. I've been trying to establish myself with the character. You should know, I need to know the character to the point that even without it, I should imagine the person. But that's how I do portraits sometimes. I just don't go and take a photo and go about and draw it. I have to put myself into the photo.
When you met your husband, did you think that, how is an artist going to support me? I mean, the real people with money were the warlords, the soldiers. What made you have faith in his work?
Yeah, when we met, I'm from an artistic family also.
Right.
I have a brother that is an artist.
Right.
His friend. Yeah.
It's Leslie's friend.
Yeah, it's Leslie's friend.
Is that how you met?
Yeah, that's how we met.
To his friend? Yeah. And he got his friend's sister?
Yeah.
So you understand the artistic temperament?
Yeah, I understand.
And now that you've got peace, do you think that Liberians understand art? Do they appreciate what he does?
Really, Liberians don't appreciate the art. Only foreigners appreciate the art.
Spending time with Leslie Lumeh, it is clear that he feels comfortable on the streets he depicts. But on those very streets are the unemployed, the illiterate. How does he explain his country's lack of development after a century and a half of independence?
You talk about independence, yes. The country has been independent since so many years ago, a century and a half. But no one has been willing in the past to put a landmark in this country that the people can look at and be proud of. On the contrary, the little that was done, or that was put up, that was built, the little, very little, like a fraction, was all got destroyed during the war. It's still going down back to patriotism. If the letter that was built, even if it was one structure that was put up, and there was patriotism, despite the war, you should have maintained it. You should have left it. You should have left it alone. But they would destroy it. The hotel is a very good example. We need African artists to stand out.
Which are the African artists that you admire? Could you tell us that?
There are a couple of them actually, and there's one that I really admire a lot. We don't paint with the same style. He's called Justin Cassie.
Where's he from?
He's from Ivory Coast. He's a well-known artist. He's known for painting what is known as the gross femme, that is the fat women. He paints these fat women with a large breast and other stuff. Very colorful, very, very beautiful. He drew them very beautifully, and they are so smooth and nice. He's so good. And there's also another artist that is called Seth Cresson. He's from Ghana, but he lives in Ivory Coast. And when I went there, I met a lot of artists, but those two guys were really receptive to me. They really were receptive. They took me, they showed me the doors to the galleries.
All over Africa, art is sold on every street corner.
Yes, can I help you, sir?
We're looking at that painting there.
Which one of them? This one?
Yeah.
Let me bring it closer. So you can
Yeah.
The first female president and first black African. Yeah.
Do you think the two are connected?
Not really, but the record, that's really the important.
Oh, the first and first.
That's it.
But art alone is not enough to sustain an artist. You can't just survive on your paints, can you?
Exactly. I do the cartoons for a daily local newspaper.
What's it called?
It's called the Daily Observer.
Oh, great, okay.
Yeah, I do cartoons for them. And I also do some public health campaign for the Ministry of Health.
Right.
And I also do some other artwork for another NGO that's called ROG.
Right.
I do a lot of publicity for them, a lot of public information campaign
Right.
for them, about paying your electricity bills on time,
Yeah.
the dangers, the consequences of power theft, and energy conservation.
After the break, Liberia's master painter gives us a lesson in colors.